Okay, so I'm going to be reacting to the latest death battle, Omni-Man versus Homelander, which I know neither of these people, so I'm just gonna give it a guess on who's gonna win from
Superman. But what if
the
absolute
analyzation
power
and
did,
stuff.
in fact, corrupt? Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised. Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering
Oh,
billions of
Thanos
entire races
style.
until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose. This
Hunger Games, but
Viltrumite
it's the whole
empire then
planet.
went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely. And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark.
Oh
And the
my
thing, even
goodness.
worse, he's easily the most
I've
powerful
watched
being on the
Invincible
entire
before, but
planet. Imagine
the
combining the
violence
raw
still
power of a
catches me off
Kryptonian
guard every
and the
time.
bloodlust of a Saiyan. And what you get is basically a Viltrumite. Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them. Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a sciencey explanation of Superman's powers. Except
Oh,
Mark,
boomsticks are
to make
right.
this
Just make
even
stuff
less
up.
sense, how can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand. Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked.
Oh.
Viltrumites.
Okay, accelerated healing, flight, inhuman longevity, nigh invulnerability, resistance to star level heat and absolute zero, superhuman physiology, and a mustache. Okay.
Even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out,
Oh
or
my
having your face
goodness.
smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive. However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging. Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star. And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying. Though pushing themselves
Okay,
to their
that's a
physical
random
limits
weakness to
only ends
have.
up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the
Oh,
toughest Viltrumites around. Like,
dang.
other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad, brutally murdering the shit out of everyone he seemed
Oh.
like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to
I
relate to
remember
new
that
kids,
subway
such as
scene,
when
man. That
these
was
aliens
gruesome.
invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes. Nolan,
But
meanwhile,
he totally
tackled their
failed. I
plan with a
remember.
portal back to their homeworld
Mark
and
kept trying to be a
sometimes
hero and he kept
systematically
messing up and people
annihilated
kept
their
dying.
planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide. Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile. Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a
Oh my
planet, and took a
goodness.
punch in a
Okay,
meteor
I've
the size
said
of
this last
Texas.
episode,
Assuming that means the diameter of
but
the
oh,
meteor,
this
he
matchup is
took
a
the distance
stomp.
from the
Homelander
top of the
cannot even
manhandle to the Gulf of
look in
Mexico. That would
Omni-Man's
make it
direction
1,400
without
kilometers
dying.
across.
Those feats are
Anyway,
insane.
4 points. Invincible fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And he got
And that's
smoked.
when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train? Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus. But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day. He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
No, he did not. Putting these ads in
Whose
like
number one products are the
different
greatest
places every
superheroes
episode and it throws
facing
me
the earth.
off.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business. Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games
Marvel
nonstop,
Studios and
drowning the
Disney.
masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Disney.
Yeah, imagine. Within Von's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander. He's
Okay,
got the
so
looks, the
Omni-Man's
charm,
pretty
the Jesus,
pretty
and
cool. He's
most
pretty strong,
importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at
and we're
home
gonna
and
see
abroad.
how
This guy probably eats free
the Homelander will face up against him.
He's at home and abroad.
Oh my
This
goodness.
probably eats freedom and shits eagles. But Homelander's
That was unnecessarily violent.
only skin deep. Far from the
Was there a
He's marked
boys
as
animated
Homelander's probably
cartoon?
the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth. Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training. Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby. A tale we're all familiar with. And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And he was a complete success. Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had
Okay,
a
that's pretty funny.
remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him. Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can
Yeah, okay, so there's an animated cartoon of the boys. How do I find that? I didn't know it existed.
Emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeats. But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split.
No, that was fake. I mean, of course it is strong enough to split through crowds of people, but that scene was fake. It was all on Omni-Man. It was all in Homelander's head. He didn't actually do that.
He botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person.
Yeah,
But
poor
don't
guy.
worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero who just
Happens to be a Nazi, yeah.
Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't. When his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who drew
What?
that? Look, when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who drew that? Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy, over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound. That's right.
What? What am I...
Faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kind of sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
What did I just learn? I did not need to know that. I didn't know that. I wish I could go back to before I knew that. Also, if it killed his partner, does that mean Stormbreaker got killed? Or what? I don't remember what that Nazi's name is. Storm something, I think.
That's right. We all almost
Or maybe it was some random person.
Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion. Despite being in a
Yeah, no one cares. That's so insignificant compared to Omni-Man traveling across the galaxy.
Okay, from what it sounds like already, Omni-Man is way stronger than Homelander.
A bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea. Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Why did he just push his son off the roof? All right, we're gonna get into the fight, and my money is on Omni-Man.
It's time for a death battle.
Okay.
Yeah, Omni-Man wins 100 out of 100 possibilities. This is not close at all. Ooh, I like the art style.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very
So he's a brainwashed scientific experiment. Nice.
And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn aliens, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie? Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding?
He killed Debbie.
I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line.
Okay, I love how this fight started.
Oh,
Seriously?
yeah, Homelander's dead.
Your country. I'm not here for your country.
I'm here for your planet. Okay, I thought we were about to get a repeat of the train scene.
Yeah, it's already looking like Omni-Man is about to win.
You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
He just blocked Homelander's eye beam with a heat rays with his bare hand. Oh, hold on. I forgot about the Sonic yelling thing.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
Oh man, this fight is great. Oh. Okay, yeah, you bystanders better get away. You're about to like die as collateral damage.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry? Doctor, I'm done with you. I'm gonna flash right that little shit son of yours. This worthless neighborhood and every goddamn person you know.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Remember what I promised you.
Oh yeah, make him eat it. Make him eat it. Shove that down his throat.
Now swallow.
Jeez, that was brutal.
Hey-yo! Wiz, if there's a gun, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there. Despite
That fight was short, but it was really good.
Big fish in a small.
Relatively speaking, Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities
Yep.
Omni-Man didn't. Like
That ended how I expected.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time.
He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
Very
That's
true.
the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but
Quit saying that. They said that about Tanjiro and Vegeta too.
When it
And
comes
yes,
to
Homelander did go
knockdown,
down easy.
Homelander had to eat his heart out.
Dude would get one-shotted and blitzed.
Omni-Man.
Who's up next? Magneto versus... I don't have a guess. Who?